Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to take those essential sources you've shared and really boil them down. Today, we're diving into the material on mastering the IELTS reading test. And this isn't just, about reading faster. It's about finding a system, a real strategy to, well, conquer the exam.
Exactly. And I think what people often miss is that doing well on IELTS reading, it isn't just about how good your English is. Fundamentally, it's about being strategic, super efficient, knowing how to handle that information under pressure. So today we'll break down those four key pillars for success: skimming, scanning, question analysis, and time management.
Okay, let's get into it. First up, skimming. The sources frame this as much more than just quick reading. It's strategic. So what does effective skimming actually look like? And why is it so important at that very first step?
Right. Skimming. It's interesting. The material suggests reading the title, headings, the first sentence of each paragraph, and the last sentence of the whole text. But the real point here, I think, is that you're building a sort of mental map. It's not just about the main idea. It primes your brain, builds a scaffold, makes finding the details later much easier, like knowing the layout of a place before you look for something specific. A good exercise. Try skimming for, say, 60 or 90 seconds. Then write a one-sentence summary. If you can do that, you've basically got your map.
Okay, so you've got the map, the general idea, but then how do you actually pinpoint those specific answers? That's where scanning fits in, I guess. And what's the common trap people fall into with scanning?
Precisely. Scanning is for specifics. And crucially, you only do it after you've looked at the question. The big mistake is just scanning without a clear target. What you need to do is identify keywords in the question: names, dates, numbers, specific nouns, verbs. Then, and this is key, you predict synonyms. Not just obvious ones like children for youngsters, but maybe consequences for unforeseen outcomes. Think about how they might rephrase it. Then you run your eyes over the text only for those words or synonyms. Fast, once you spot one. Okay, then you slow down and carefully write around it. For practice, grab an article, make a list of specific facts, and just see how fast you can find them.
Right, that makes sense, that targeted search. But finding the info is one thing. Knowing exactly what the question demands is another. Which brings us to question analysis. Why is analyzing the question itself so critical? How do different types need different tactics?
Yeah, this trips a lot of people up. Different question types test different skills. It's designed that way. Take matching headings. You have to read all the headings first, get the options clear in your head, then match them. That relies heavily on good skimming. Or true, false, not given. Oh, the nuance here is everything. Is the information contradicted? That's false. Or is it just not there? That's not given. People mix these up all the time.
That not given is tricky.
It really is. And for sentence completion, you're not just finding keywords, you're predicting the type of word needed. Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective? You anticipate how they might try to trick you with grammar. So, a really good tip: before you even read the passage, look at the question type. Decide your strategy first.
Okay, thinking about the question type first, that's a different mindset. But, all the strategy in the world won't help if the clock runs out. Let's talk time management. The sources say this is maybe the biggest hurdle. What are the key ideas there?
This is often the killer, even for people with great English. The core idea is that 3-passage rule. Aim for about 20 minutes per passage. And you have to be, ruthless. If you're stuck on a question for a minute, maybe 2 minutes max, move on. Seriously.
So leave it.
Leave it or make a quick guess. A guess is better than 0 points and losing time you need for other questions. It's about being disciplined, not perfect. And the only way to get good at this: practice over exam conditions. 60 minutes, 3 passages. Non-negotiable. Always, always. Use a timer when you practice. Build that stamina, that timing sense.
Right. So wrapping this up for you listening, by really focusing on these 4 things: skimming for the big picture, scanning for the details, analyzing the question first, and managing that clock, you're building a really powerful toolkit. It's not just about passing IELTS, is it? It's about changing how you handle complex information generally.
Absolutely. Which leads to a final thought for you to consider. How could you apply these same systematic strategies, getting the gist quickly, finding specific facts, knowing your goal, managing your time? How could that help you cut through the noise and get insights from, say, work reports, long emails, or just the sheer volume of information we all face every day? Something to think about.